I'm back.
I feel my mother.
Listen, you're a crazy weirdo.
Brother, let me tell you something, dude. I don't ever stumble, I don't ever fall, dude.
I'm so sick of calling you and you not answering the phone.
All this damn audio shit. Hold on. Welcome to the show, everybody. Sideshow Nate and Dan Straight. Dan Straight right there. We got Mr. Marcus down in the bottom corner as well. I have to fuck with all the audio as we go because I don't know why. What's that?
Mr. Marcus right there.
Mr.
Here's a story of a freaking podcast. What up, buddy?
Hey, buddy, how you doing down there? We got Dan Straight down here, and we got Mr. Marcus down here, and we're all the fucking fucked up bunch, man. It was so
right here.
Yeah, you're right there, man.
I'm here.
We can hear you, Mark. We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Welcome to the program, everybody. Sideshow Nate, Dan Straight, Mr. Marcus here on the South of the Straight Show. Another wonderful week has passed us by while we are completely we're in quarantine, lockdown. You know, we've been stuck at home for how many weeks now? We've
7 weeks.
7 weeks. Hello, MRTTTTTTT on D Live. How are you, man? It's nice to see you, man. Please go check us out on YouTube, MRTTTTTT, and subscribe. My name? What is my name? My name is Sideshow Nate. Dan Straight, what is your name?
Dan Straight.
There you go. And Mr. Marcus, who are you?
Mr. Marcus.
It's Mr. Marcus. Okay, so that's who we are. What do we have going on this week though? After the, I mean, shit. What have you guys been doing for the past few weeks yourselves, Dan and Mark? Like, Dan, why don't you go first? What happened in your life for the past week during the lockdown?
Oh man, nothing much going on these days. Not too much to talk about, which sucks when you are on a show to talk about it. It's been getting pretty lame, dude.
Yeah,
I've watched everything there is to watch.
Mm-hmm. I finished Netflix 2 weeks ago. I've watched everything on Netflix. There's nothing that I haven't seen. I've gone to Hulu.
I know exactly what you're talking
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask if you had other subscriptions.
Yeah, I've gone to Hulu, and I don't like Hulu. I don't know what it is.
What about renting on Amazon Prime?
I got Amazon Prime.
I got the Amazon Prime. Yeah.
There's some pieces of hip hop history I want you to watch at some point, and most importantly, check out Beat Street.
Beat Street. It's on Amazon Prime.
I believe so, yeah.
For $14.99, it better be worth.
Beat Street, bro.
Okay. Oh, and then how about cut back to I believe it's on Netflix. Is the Hip Hop Evolution? That's a great history lesson for you, and I think you would really dig it.
We got Mickey and
I don't think you're talking to us, Mark. I think you're talking to the audience. Sorry, Nate. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say,
I'm talking to Nate specifically.
Mickey and Damien are tuning in right now from ODP. We also got. I just discovered that MRTTTTTT is Turkish. So welcome from Turkey. We got somebody that's tuning in Turkey right now. So that's always
jerky.
Cool.
Hey.
Yeah, man. Herky jerky turkey. What's going on, folks?
Oh.
We are here in northern Michigan, just so you know. That's where we broadcast our show out of, is northern Michigan. And what we do on this show is we like to we highlight the Michigan music scene. So if you're in Turkey right now, really looking for some killer Michigan music, dude, you've found the right place, because that's all we do on this show. We also make fun of things that are goofy too. That's just that's the other part of our show, I guess. And there's that fucking dog. There's that damn dog.
That's my buddy right there. That's Scout.
This dog is.
He won't leave me alone. He's just all about me, man. He wants his daddy.
He's a cute little guy. I will say that. But he yaps. He talk. He. Hey, puppy, how you doing, puppy? Who's a puppy, puppy, puppy? How's a puppy, 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 puppy? Puppy, 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 puppy. He doesn't care for that. Okay, that's
He's jumping down.
No big deal there.
You scared him off, man.
Oh, MRTTTTTT says that he doesn't speak English, but that's cool, man. So I'll give you a follow if you claim lemons from a streamer called Money Match Gaming. I don't even know what the fuck that means, but I'll give that a shot, dude. You send me some lemons and I'll I'll claim lemons from a streamer called Money Manch Gaming. Yeah, that sounds good. I think that what it is we got some gamers that are tuning in tonight on the D lives. So I like they're saying lingo that I don't understand whatsoever, and that's fine with me. I mean, send me a lemon, whatever, man. I think that's a great idea.
They could be saying it's something horrible, right?
That's true. They could be. Yeah, I'll give you 11. Oh, fuck. Now I got a fucking virus on my computer.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Okay, I doubt it's anything bad.
I doubt it's anything bad either. But we'll check it out, man. Send me a lemon. I'm going on to dlive.com right now actually to check that out too, so I can hopefully understand the lingo you're speaking with. But anyways, tonight on the show, I might as well bring this to fruition. Everybody's attention. The things we got happening on the show tonight. We are going to be chatting with the band Head. We're going to be talking to the band Head, Benjamin Joseph or Benjamin Hunter, whatever you want to call them, from the band Head. They're based out of the Grand Rapids area. Also, Manascapes. Manascapes Andy Wells is going to be on with us. They've got a brand new music video that we're going to be playing tonight, as well as Head. Head's got a brand new music video too, and we're going to play some of their old ones too after we get done with the interview. And we're also going to be featuring a new band that we just got in contact with, JT Jasinski and his band Vase. We're going to be chatting with them. They're down in the Michigan State area. I think they go to school and stuff. Like they're those smart kids. So we're going to be hanging out and chatting with those guys, and yeah, that's pretty much what the show is going to be based on tonight. Is shooting the shit with some musicians and encouraging you guys, the viewers, to go and check them out on YouTube. Please subscribe to them and all that stuff. We have the links to all of their channels in the description down below. And yeah, that's the way it is, man. That's how things roll on this show. So I'm trying to sign into DLive right now, the DLive.tv, and for some reason it's just taking fucking forever. So I guess
you guys were wondering, I'm eating over here. I got a late start.
What are you eating? What is that?
It's breakfast for dinner.
Oh.
Brenner.
Well,
it's okay if you eat. I mean, Nate's smoking.
I'm smoking cigs. Yeah.
And
That's always weird to see.
Another cool thing that's going to be happening tonight, Dan and Mark, I don't know if you guys were aware of this, but there's been a lot of people that have been bitching and complaining about this Michigan lockdown. The fact that we're all quarantined in our homes, we can't, like businesses that can't be opened and stuff, and you can't go on walks in national parks and all this shit. So I have actually reached out to Governor Gretchen Whitmer. And we're gonna have a discussion with her. We're gonna talk to her tonight in just a few minutes, actually 2 minutes from now. So we're gonna talk to the governor.
What should we be asking her, man?
I know. What kind of questions should we ask her?
I want to speak for the people.
Right.
Guys.
I want to know what the people have to say about this. Like what should we talk to the governor about? What kind of questions?
I saw pictures of protesters out front holding giant penises. Have you seen this picture circulating the interwebs? It was
no.
It was very bizarre. I'm not sure what they were doing out there, but
they're holding giant penises.
You're a dick. You're a dick.
That could be a real photo, or it could have maybe been photoshopped.
Maybe it's
I don't even know what's real news anymore.
That's another thing,
was
man.
Was it even in Michigan? Was it
was
protest
Michigan,
someplace else?
Yeah, it was Michigan apparently, but I've never. We'll have to ask her. We'll have to find out what Gretchen Whitmer thinks.
Oh, you
about
guys
that.
don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't. I haven't seen the photo. If you could find the photo, Mark, and share it.
You don't have enough leftist friends in your Facebook feed.
No. I guess that's the issue. Yeah, that's definitely what the problem is. Oh, you know what? Here she is. She's on a minute early. I got her. Okay, everybody. I'm gonna turn it over to Mrs. Whitmer now. This is Gretchen Whitmer. Gretchen Whitmer, how are you doing, ma'am? We'd like to chat with you about the state of Michigan and this quarantine thing and whatnot. Tell us about this.
Hello, my Michiganders. It is I, Gretchen Whitmer. I'm here to discuss the quarantine and give you a little bit more insight on it. First and foremost, I should let you know that I am in the state capitol right now. I am enjoying a beverage. I got myself a little beverage. Have a little drinky poo, just like my buddy Randy taught me. So, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, you may ask them at any point. I would love to answer them for you. So please feel free to ask me any questions whatsoever.
Okay. Dan, you got a question? Has anybody got a question for the governor? This is a very rare occurrence, so we're going to be able to chat with the governor. So, Carrie West Bay has no video. I don't know why. Carrie, I got video. We got plenty of video going on, man.
Governor, recently they did a skit about you on Saturday Night Live, and they went pretty heavy on the Midwestern accent and went a little more Minnesotan, and also portrayed you holding a can of Labatt's. Is that really the Michigander beer of choice?
Well, let me tell you this right now. I do not prefer Labatt's. I've got myself my drinky poo right here. I'm drinking the Two Hearted Ale. I like it because of its high alcohol content. I've been drinking this for about 12 hours now, so I am getting a little sleepy. So if you could, please come up with a better, more pertinent question than something about me drinking fucking beer. Oh, excuse me. I don't usually swear. Is it okay to swear on this show? Can I?
No, not for you. You're the governor.
Okay. Well,
It's only okay for the president to swear.
Okay. I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. I understand you.
Yeah, I don't want
Okay.
that woman.
Well, I will.
Trash. Potty mouth.
I prefer to drink the Two Hearted Ale.
And why Two-Hearted Ale? Because of the alcohol content?
High alcohol content. I like the hops.
Not because of Two-Hearted River? I mean...
No. I could give two shits. Oops.
Oh, you don't?
I couldn't care about that.
I forgot. The UP isn't really Michigan, right?
Oh, is that in the UP? I've only gone to Mackinac Island. That's the farthest that I've ever gone. So I don't really know.
Okay, I have a question for you, Governor. The stay-at-home order. Now, the stay-at-home order has been lifted. We know that. But you still have the state of emergency is happening in Michigan, and that's going to be going until the 28th, is what you say. So I would like to know, are you planning on extending it after that?
Well, number one, I will tell you that I can do whatever the hell I want because I can, I'm the governor. The guy before me, that Dick Snyder nerd, he couldn't get things done like I can. That's why he's not here anymore. And I will do whatever it takes to keep Michigan safe. There are a lot of people out there that are getting sick, and I have to help them. I have to help save them. And Donald Trump, if I get a chance to really talk to him off of Twitter, I'm going to let him know what I have to say.
Oh, really? Because Mr. Trump is a regular...
Yeah, we talk to him regularly. He's one of our friends. Dan, do you have a question for the governor here?
What are some of the weirdest things that you've done during the lockdown since you've been locked down, Governor, at your home, not leaving for anything?
I've been waiting for this question. Well, some things that people shouldn't do.
What was it?
I've tried marijuana. I've been smoking weed a little bit, and it's pretty tasty. I like it a lot, but
that's a huge disappointment.
that is a huge. Oh, what is that, Mr. Dan?
Yeah, Dan, she can see you right now. You know that, right? She's checking. Okay, all right. I wasn't sure if you were aware of that or not.
Finish what you're doing. What are you doing?
Governor Whitmer, we just got actually the person who you may be, maybe we should ask you this too. Is it true that you may be going after vice presidential, a tag as what's the correct term there, Mark? Is it a vice president label with Joe Biden? Are you thinking about
Is she a possible selection to be the presidential running mate for the Democratic nominee?
Well, it's all gonna depend right now on if Joe can keep his hands off of me. You know, I mean, Mr. Biden, he gets a little bit frisky here and there, and sometimes I do have to remind him, like, no, you can't touch me there, can't touch me like that. I'm a lady. So hopefully everything will calm down before then. You know, maybe he'll learn how to treat a woman. But as of right now, no, I'm not planning on doing that.
I think you are, and I think what's going on, Mr. Biden.
Hey now, let me tell you something there, you purple people eater. I might want to have you as my candidate, just so you know, Miss Whitmer. I could use a lady like you in the office, next to me. I think you do good. I think you'd be a wonderful candidate, and I'd like to have you by my side. In fact, I'd like to have you right down here. If you don't mind. I mean, is that okay? Would you like to, I mean, look at this lady. She's very, very happy. Very, very happy in the position she's in right now. And, I think that the position that I could put you in would be just as good. Yeah. Mr. Biden, that was a little inappropriate. And those are some of the things that we've been talking about that you can't say to people. You can't just treat me like I'm some sort of a female piece of meat. And I would really like to not be touched in any way whatsoever, like what you are possibly suggesting. Well, hey, baby, no, it's okay, I mean, if you don't wanna, you don't wanna. That's okay. You got it straight, Jack. And I'm all about the Detroit auto workers. I love them. What the fuck are we talking about? I forgot what we were even talking about here. What's going on here? Somebody help me out of this real quickly, if you could. I don't know what to do. Sorry. How you doing, lady? Is a lady there? No! Let me tell you something right now, Mr. Biden. You are not going to be getting into the White House. I am going to be the president, and I am going to serve another 8 years. 8 years at least.
You know that you can only serve another 4 years, right, President? That's not possible. You can't serve another 8 years.
I am the president, and I am going to tell you who and what, and I can do the best. Don't you try to argue with me.
This is a horrible idea.
A horrible bit.
Bad, dude.
This is terrible.
Oh man.
I see
it's
that we.
good, though.
Well, thank you, Gretchen Whitmer and Joe Biden and President Trump for giving us all that information just now. I see that we have some folks that are tuning in that are actually just having a conversation while we're doing this bit.
Wait, are they talking amongst themselves?
Yeah, we got Diane and we got Mickey and Damien. They're talking to each other. They're just sitting here shooting the shit. So it's good to see you guys tuning in tonight.
Someone said, "Oh my fucking god!"
Did you tell them, next week? Promise them something impossible, like you're gonna have Carol Baskin on the show.
Yeah, there we go. We're gonna have Carol fucking Baskin, that bitch. Maybe we'll have Carol Baskin on the show next week. Who knows? Maybe even
have anybody that you want.
We might have Joe the Tiger King too. We might have Joe Exotic himself. We might have
Really?
I mean, who knows who could be coming onto the show next? Well, I do know that tonight the next person that we're going to be having on the show though is Andy from Manascapes. We're going to be chatting with Andy here in just a few minutes. And
I wonder, does he manscape?
That's a good question. Maybe we should ask him if he ever manscapes. Maybe that's something that he does. I'd like to know where the name of Manascapes came from. Why did they? I mean, what does that name mean?
To escape in a manly way, like it's
don't
kind
know.
of
Man-escapes. Man
escaping the jail. I don't
know. I have no idea. So
I'm not making fun of the name.
No.
There's gotta be something behind.
There's got to be a deeper meaning behind it, and that's what I would like to know. Like what is Manascapes all about? Like where's the?
I think it's about manscaping. Honestly, that's what I'm going for. I think it's about manscaping. I think that he's telling the guys to just clean it up.
It's.
Dude, women will refuse to deal with it any other way these days.
That's true. That's true.
I know it.
Mark, do you manscape?
Clean.
Is that a thing that Mark does? You manscaping down there?
What?
Yeah.
I manscape.
I don't
Hey.
manscape.
For
Hey,
sure.
I'm half Sicilian,
hey.
bro.
I'm a hairy son of a wiener.
Oh my God, mate.
I gotta keep it clean, bro.
It's a mess down there. All right, let me.
She said, "Yikes!"
Let's see if we can get
Ain't no
Andy on.
manscape.
Let's see if we can get Andy on right now because we had chatted. We had said it was going to be at 7:20. He said earlier that he had something he had to go do, but I'm checking on the Discord right now, and I'm not seeing Andy on there. So it's kind of worrying me a little bit because we've had these issues before with musicians. we try to get in contact with them, and then set up a time and all that shit, and then they're not available. So I'm calling him right now. I might have to contact him in another way. I really want to play this new music video by them too because it's fucking awesome. I love the new music video. I like the old one too that they had on. But we're gonna play both of them tonight. We're gonna play both of the music videos. We have the new music video for Cabo, as well as we're gonna be playing the music video for Dead Poetry, which we played a long time ago too. The last time that we chatted with Andy, but we never got that face-to-face contact. We never got to see each other like this. So it'll be nice to discuss with him a little bit more in depth. And be able to see, and smell each other almost. We'll practically be able to.
It's really weird having a conversation with somebody the way that we all have conversations like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And the reason is because in real life, when you're having a conversation with somebody, it's just your view of whoever you're talking to.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, we get to stand outside of the conversation, and we can even see what we look like.
I see that he's calling me back right now, so we're gonna join the video call with Andy. Andy, are you there?
The new music video.
Oh, Andy.
Oh, I think he's watching it at the same time. Andy, are you there? Can you hear me?
Turn your volume down.
Yeah, I think he's watching he's watching, and we got to turn the volume down on the other end of that there, Andy, because we getting some feedback if you know what I'm saying. Andy, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Andy,
Yeah.
There's Andy.
Whoa.
There's Andy Wells right there, and the rest of the band. You guys are not 6 feet apart. You got to get 6 feet apart. Oh my God.
They're all like backing up and shit. They're like, he busted. That fast, he busted.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing?
Pretty good.
Very good, very good. And now I see like you guys are all in the same room there together. How are you guys doing this? You guys live together? Are you traveling from one house to the next?
No, we're all gathering at Andy's house.
I'm so
Cool.
I'm so worried
Rage
for
Against
your
the
guys.
Machines,
I'm
man.
so worried about your health now. We had Gretchen Whitmer on earlier, and she was talking about this. Like the stay-at-home order is going to continue, and the state of emergency is going to continue. So I'm worried about you guys. Are you guys all breathing okay over there? I don't see any masks.
No, we're good. We're fine.
Andy's been in isolation for like
He got real serious real
You got
fast.
real serious.
I will tell you
yeah.
this right now. You better get a fucking mask on, or I'm going to come over to your house and whoop your ass.
Gretchen,
We-
get out of here. They got it.
You got him. Yeah, that's all you need.
Almost there.
At least you got it with you. That's number one right there. Now we were talking prior to contacting you here. We want to know, and I think this is Dan. This is probably our biggest question, isn't it? What does
This is my question, by the way.
Yeah. Dan, go ahead, ask the question.
Manascapes, the name of the band. We're breaking down what we think it means. Like, is it a man escaping from like into a new life, or is it a man escaping from a prison? I said I thought it was manscaping. So like manscapes.
Yeah.
So like you guys keep it clean. You know what I'm saying? You keep it clean. Right?
It's
right?
it's
We're close.
three. It's all three.
It is.
It is. It is. Now, Dan,
It's all-
I want to remind you, Dan, when we're chatting, they've got to answer the question afterwards. So we got to try to make sure that we're not talking over them because otherwise the audio cuts out on their end. Okay. So we just got to make sure that about that. But
Gotta make sure.
gotta make sure, brother. So the new video too, Cabo. Tell us about this. How did you guys create this? And did you create this during the coronavirus?
Well, we actually filmed it 2 weeks before, and then Sean's been editing it at home and, just putting it together like that. We're still kind of waiting for like the master track, I think, for it. I don't know, for the EP. Yeah, we're waiting for the masters for the EP to come back and stuff too, because we got more videos that we're about to drop with the rest of the that have been filmed previously and stuff.
That's awesome. I can't wait, dude. So
stuff.
you guys are gonna have like a whole bunch of like a slew of new videos that are coming out.
Yeah, hopefully we're trying to get them all put together like as fast as we can, but we're trying to be tedious about it too,
That's great, dude. That is so fucking awesome. I can't wait. Because I was just talking about the old one, the Dead Poetry video, which we're going to play that one too tonight after we get done chatting with you. We're going to play Cabo and Dead Poetry, which I loved both of those videos. And now the editing, who's putting this together? Sean, you said?
Yeah, Sean did Cabo, and then I had worked on Dead Poetry.
Okay. And then Sean is Sean here tonight? Where's Sean?
He no, he's in Ohio.
Okay. Sean was the one that was like, dude, Manascapes. He was contacting me like left and right saying, oh, we got to get Manascapes on this show this week. And I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. And now he's not even fucking showing up. So
I know. Sean, if you're watching, you're a jerk. Get here.
I love it.
Okay, so no, since the lockdowns happened, and obviously you guys are just chilling, like it's all good. So have you guys been able to work on any new music? I know you guys are mixing and like mastering a bunch of stuff that you had previously, material that you were working on, and you're finally getting it done now. What about during the lockdown though? Have you guys experienced? And the reason I'm asking is because we feel like there's this like wave of creativity that's coming over a lot of these bands. Everyone's coming out with this new material. We're calling it like the Corona times. Like people are gonna look back on, yeah, man, during the Corona times, man, that was like it was like there was the gothic times that were going on, and then there was grunge, but then now we got the Corona times, So like, have you guys put anything together new? Have you worked on new material?
Well, we have an alter ego that's like Southwestern cowboy stuff. It's going to be all acoustic and.
Really? No shit. Wait, all
Dude, that sounds
acoustic?
awesome.
How is that going to work? Andy's raw vocals. How are we putting acoustic to this? Just amazing vocals that he's got. But I mean, it's like I can't hear that with acoustics. Have you guys practiced this?
Oh man, I don't know. It sounds pretty cool. Like it's got kind of like it's like a poetic vibe to it. You know what I mean? It's like but it's like some real shit.
Right on. I like that. Yeah. So it's gonna be getting a little bit more like personal, like in depth, like poetic. You're saying?
Yeah, kind of. Like I could see. It's gonna hit home. It's gonna hit home for a lot of people. It's gonna blow their house up in a good way.
That's awesome. I love that. I want to hear it. I can't wait to hear that. Now, Mickey and Damien are tuning in right now from ODP. If you want to tell them hi.
Shit. Yeah. What up?
They want to know, is there going to be confetti at the live shows?
Yeah, we're still keeping that.
Okay. Amazing. I'm sure that they're saying that simply because they're the ones that have to clean it up afterwards whenever you guys do a show.
Yeah, it gets pretty bad. Like, yeah, I'm sorry.
You heard the apology first, Mickey, right there. So the new song now, Cabo. What is Cabo all about? What is this the song in general about?
Okay, so like there's a couple of different layers to it, and it's like it's kind of like got the story layer where it's like a dude who's like walking around, he finds a bar, and then he gets like drugged, and then his organs get harvested. You know what I mean? It's kind of like to make people a little bit more aware about how common human trafficking is. But there's more layers to it than that. But it's kind of like, I don't know, experiment with some psychosilly band and listen to it, and it's weird. You know what I'm saying?
It's like morbid and yet has a good point to it.
Yeah, yeah, that's life.
I love it. I can't wait to watch. Because the music video, I was wondering, you know, like I always wonder about the way that a music video ties in with the song itself. Like, does the would you say that the music video follows the meaning of what the song is, or how did that come? How did the music video itself come to fruition?
Well, we were thinking that because like we shot it here in my house, and it's like we have like a bunch of plants and stuff. Like it's like a jungle in here, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, we were just like, check it out, life. And then we were like, damn, humans are constantly dying while they exist. Death, Cabo, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's how, I don't know, it was probably more than that, but like that's what I think to say right now. I don't know.
I love that idea. It's a good point. You know, I mean, and your house. Wait, that's your fucking house that this is in? I want to live there now.
Well, you're welcome to move in whenever, you know.
Oh man,
We'll do
that's dope.
podcast, I
We're
don't know.
coming, bro. We're coming down there, so we're gonna come mob on you guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna come party, brother. We're gonna party down. We're gonna bring Coke Hogan, dude. When he gets down there, he's gonna slam some Coke, so he ain't gonna be no joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Down,
yeah.
never touching the ground.
So now I got to know, like, how are you guys feeling with the whole coronavirus? What have you guys been doing to stay alive and busy and whatnot?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Just been going to work and coming home and making music at home and whatnot. Stay home and make music with Manascapes.
Manscapes.
Manascapes. That's Manascapes.
Let's get back to that name for one more second here. You never
Yeah.
did tell us what the meaning of it. We came up with our ideas of it.
Yeah.
Now shoot us down. Like you said, it's all three. Bullshit. Come on, man. Like for real. Manascapes. Like tell me what you guys are thinking. I want to know that.
It's that.
It's what?
It's, we were playing cards.
Yeah, this is what I want to know.
And then Andy was like, Manascapes. Then we're all like,
No, I didn't say it. Eric, okay, sorry. Eric actually came up with the name Manascapes. We were sitting outside one morning, and it was like 3 a.m. smoking weed, right? And he just looks at me, he's like, Manascapes. And I was like, damn, that is literally everything in the world. Because mana is like, you know, and then scapes, the landscape.
Yeah.
That's it. No.
I love that. So it's just a big. I mean, you guys were stoned off your ass, and you're just like Manascapes.
And I'm like, you just painted the picture in my mind. He was like smoking some weed, and he looked over at his boy. He's like, Manascapes, man. And he's like, whoa, dude, that is it, bro. That is everything. All the fucking one, brother.
Thinking his man escapes because it's like it works on a lot of levels. Like it's play on words because it's like man escapes from reality, or you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, and that's kind of what Dan was talking about. Like man escapes. Is it man escapes or man escapes? And I'm sitting here looking at my pubes. You know, like man, I haven't escaped in a long time.
But he's a landscaper.
It's funny because like you know the whole Manscaped like trend when it started like a few months back or whatever, or a few months, I don't know, whatever. But like those ads started popping up like for us as soon as we like made the band page on Facebook and stuff, and we were just like,
no,
you know what I mean?
Shit, dude! Oh my god! So it's like the algorithm read your name and just started thinking pubes, like.
Yeah, low key. But I mean,
I knew
we
it.
were like, what if we came out with a line of Manascapes products? You know what I mean? Would you buy it?
Yes. Yes, that is it. That's what you got to do. I mean, either that or like at least like stickers on shavers or something. You could buy probably like you could probably go on Wish.com or something and buy like a whole lot of fucking sticker of personal shavers and just start putting little tiny Manscaped stickers on every single one of them.
Do
And
you know
start.
how bad you're gonna confuse the fucking shit out of people? I love it. Just do it.
Okay, we're gonna work on this. We're gonna. I think we're gonna do this. We'll
People
see.
mess with you about the name. Say, yeah, Manscapes, bro. Because we're clean as fuck.
There you go. Manscaped because we're clean as fuck. Oh man. So what about after this whole coronavirus is all done? After the I mean, do you guys have any gigs that are lined up and whatnot? Are we going to be able to see you live again sometime?
We're wanting to play as soon as we can. We're not sure. Like, do you know when everything's supposed to be like good to go for like booking shows and everything?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, as far as booking shows,
You asked the governor?
yeah.
Currently, right now, just so you know, I have not lifted the state of emergency, so you should not be going out and doing anything whatsoever. You can have yourself a little drinky poo, but don't do anything.
Nate! You showed up in that for a second.
I know. Did you like that?
That was nice. So,
Okay, so what I think is going on is till the 28th. It's a state of emergency,
Right.
but they put out like an Amber Alert. Everyone got it on their phone.
It wasn't a
and it
fucking
was for
Amber
May-
Alert. Amber Alert's when
Yeah.
a fucking kid gets abducted, Dan. It wasn't an Amber Alert.
It's like an Amber Alert. I said like an Amber Alert. I didn't
Okay.
say it was a fucking Amber Alert. Okay, but listen, she put it out. You guys probably got it on your phone too, and it said May 15th is when they're like
28th.
lifting all the. It said the 15th. Bro.
Oh, was it? It's state of emergency the 28th. Of May 15th is when.
The state of emergency is going to stay open.
But yeah, I mean, how is it going
so
to
she can
affect?
still get government help?
But the bands, like I'm wondering, like bands, when are they going to be able to start doing the foot traffic and getting back out to the bars and whatnot and saying, hey, we need a.
May 15th, as soon as they open bars up.
There you go, guys. Answered.
okay, so I mean, as soon as I guess
Right around
like
the
somebody
corner.
comes book us, we'll play.
Yeah.
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 Like we did have a show set up. It was Gutter Fest. It was like I don't know, a lot of punk bands. I hear it got moved to a bigger venue. I'm not really sure what's going on with that, or I don't even know when that. I think it's in June 11th. June 11th.
Okay. Yeah,
But-
that's another thing too. Is like all the events that were happening, a lot of them got rescheduled. And like, what about you guys? Did you guys have any upcoming gigs that you got rescheduled that you've heard from the event centers or anything?
No, we haven't actually heard anything back. I just assumed that it was, I don't know, just we'll do it a different time, you know.
Right. Well, I know we had a gig that we were supposed to be at. There was supposed to be. Remember that gig at the Studio Anatomy there, Dan? That we were supposed to go to. We were going to be emceeing it and all that, and that got shut down just as this whole thing was happening. And I haven't heard anything back as to when it's going to be rescheduled. For. So hopefully it'll be soon. I don't know.
Bummer.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. We've all suffered a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Bands especially. We're not going to take the all that off of the bands. They've suffered way more than Nate and I have suffered. We didn't MC a show. I mean, this is how these guys make their livelihood.
We weren't getting paid for that show anyway, so.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Should have been.
Yeah,
Well,
should
hats off
have
to
been.
you guys
Should have
for
been.
sticking
Should have
to it.
been. We should be getting paid for emceeing gigs, man. Why don't we start doing that, Dan? We'll just start charging people. Be like, yeah, you want us to show up to your gig, and you want Coke Hogan to show up or some shit? $100.
Yeah, $100 bill for Coco.
$100. Well, Andy.
I mean, that's normally how it works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Mark?
But we like to get the name of the Cokester out there, We like the advertising. Sometimes we just take that.
I don't know. I'd get the money.
Yeah.
Get the money.
Get that fucking money, honey.
Yeah, man.
Well,
let's check out your music.
Yeah, we want
to
check out your music video, man. We want to thank first and foremost Eric and Andy and Greg. Sean, I don't know what to say to you, man. But Eric, Andy, and Greg, thank you guys for chatting with us and shooting the shit, man. It's always a pleasure to hear and see new music videos and your songs that are coming out. I love them. And thank you so much for chatting with us. And we're reminding everybody too, please go and subscribe to Manascapes. Go and subscribe to Manascapes. We have the link in the description down below. Go check out their music videos, check out their channel. One subscription, one subscription per person can take people to a next level. If we get 100 people that are watching this, just go and hit that subscribe button on that channel. And it helps, it helps them in the long run. So thank you guys so much for chatting with us. We're gonna play the new song Cabo right now, man.
All right, man. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Have a good evening.
You too, bro.
You too, man.
See ya. All right, brother.
Those guys are cool, man. Those guys were fun to talk to.
Who's that down there in the
I
corner?
love talking to people that are pretty cool. You know what I mean, man?
Oh,
And
Robert Taser says he pays for professional MCs. We're going to Osco to Rockfest. Fuck yeah.
Exactly. Cokesters riding the coke horse all the way, brother.
That's right, brother. All right, well, we got the brand new music video here that we are going to play for everybody. And I want to remind you, too, go and subscribe to Manascapes. Just type them up into the YouTube search bar or go to the link down below in our description. Go down there, click on that link. It takes you directly to their channel. Hit subscribe. Click the little bell thing. Click on the all and make sure that you subscribe to them. And while you're at it, you might as well subscribe to our fucking channel, too. So here we go. We are going to play the new music video right now. Cabo, this is Cabo, and Andy just described it to you. It's all about the human trafficking and just how serious it really couldn't be. So
crazy,
very dark and positive at the same time. Check the song out, love it, like it, and subscribe to Manascapes. Coming up after these two music videos, we are going to be chatting with Ben Hunter from the band Head. This is Tony Bruce's favorite band, so I bet you Tony will be watching, right?
What? Where, is Tony watching?
I don't think he is, but he should be. So
Tony, you need to be watching,
brother.
When your soul reaches a certain amount of damage, you become inspired. Finding inspiration at the bottom of a bottle named desire. I stumbled in out the street into a bar I'd never been. I saw a lady dressed in red with horns going from her forehead. Our eyes met and tunnel vision took me away. I fell in love with a girl from Cabo. She took my heart and she sold it on the black market wholesale. Her eyes like gypsy light face like a fire branded in the sky. Like silver sound, so glad this jam with tons of copper rich like clockwork device. Someday you'll look back and understand why it all happened the ways that it did. My body said no, but my brain said yes. And now somewhere my heart's beat down to my chest. It's a girl from Cabo. She took my heart and she sold it on the black market wholesale. Her eyes like gypsy light face like a fire branded in the sky. Like silver sound, so glad this jam with tons of copper rich like clockwork device. My heart is beating out of my chest when we first met. Now I haven't got a heart left to give. It's a feeling you just can't explain. It's a feeling you just can't escape. It's a feeling you just can't contain. 'Cause there's a hole in your chest where the heart used to stay. But goddamn, I'd do it again and again and again and again. Lover, my dear, I am terribly afraid. This is beautiful in the worst of ways. Fate has brought us here, to tell me
Let me tell you something right now. Fuck Carol Baskin. Fuck that bitch. That fucking bitch killed her fucking husband and ruined my fucking life.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Sideshow Nate and Dan Straight here on the South of the Straight Show. We just got done watching the new song from new music video from not from Manascapes. Not only the new music video, but their old one too. From this was previous, the Dead Poetry. I love that fucking song, dude. That is just that what is it called? Gent metal type style. I love gent metal. I don't know what it is, but I really do like the gent metal world, man. And Dan, you have a your cousin is in a gent metal band. Is he still in that band?
I haven't talked to him about it in a while. I don't know. I don't think I don't know if he's still doing that band, but he does gent metal. Yeah.
Yeah, he was into that. Yeah, dude, their fucking band was insane too. I see North 131. We had North 131 on last week.
I should hit him up.
Yeah, you should. You should contact him. See what he's been doing, man. North 131 is tuning in. We have North 131 checking it out. We have Robert Taser from the Skoda Rock Fest who is on tonight. Who else do we got? Mickey and Damien are checking everything out tonight. We have Diane. We have a whole slew of folks that are on with us tonight. Do we still have our friends? Oh yeah, we still have some folks that are on the D Live that are checking everything out right now. We got MRTTTTTT, Squirty O. Flat Earth Data and HD Eroll Hub, who just followed. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for checking us out on D Live. It's good to see that we got some folks out there on all the platforms that we're streaming on. I hope you guys enjoyed that song and those videos from Manascapes. And we have Head. Dan, you love Head, don't you?
I love it.
Dan loves Head. Tony Bruce likes Head too, but we haven't seen anything from Tony Bruce tonight. So hopefully. Oh, and we've received 100 messages on Restream. Oh, okay. Hey, there he is. There's the man right there. We have Ben. How you doing, man?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hold on, let me pull you up so that everybody knows that you actually do exist, because right now they don't know. I gotta pop out the player. I gotta go through all this bullshit first. Hold on. Now, Dan, do you remember the last time that we had Ben on? Actually, we helped him find his what was it?
My wallet,
dude. Your wallet. Yeah, dude. He was,
yes.
Really?
Yeah, he was looking for
helped you find it?
We helped him find his wallet.
You sure did. I was so overjoyed. It was great.
I love that, man. We were doing good. We were doing good for a good reason there, man. That's incredible. It's a very rare occasion that we do that. Here is Ben, everybody. Ben Hunter of the band Head, lead singer, guitarist. What else do you do for the band?
We record things in the Wolf Den studio. We got a studio here in Grand Rapids, work with a bunch of different local artists, and do a lot of solo stuff, a lot of rock bands, hip hop, singer-songwriters. So I'm down in the den right now broadcasting live and direct on the internet with you dudes.
I love it. Thank you for chatting with us, man. Tony Bruce.
Yeah, thank you.
Tony Bruce was the one that put us in contact with you actually many months ago, and I fell in love with your stuff. Tony loves Head. He is all about Head, and sometimes he gives it, sometimes he takes it. You know, I mean, he's a big fan of Head.
That's great. That's beautiful, man.
I love that name.
Those guys are awesome too.
Everyone loves Head.
Everybody loves Head. Yeah, I mean, I want to know. You know what? I guess one of the themes that we've got going on tonight so far, we were trying to find out what Manascapes was all about. Where did the name Head come from? How did you guys come up with that name?
It just sounds really sweet when everyone in the crowd's yelling, "We want Head," and we started the band. We started the band 20 years ago. So I mean, you know, when you're in your early 20s, that sounds fun, and the name stuck. It's definitely a challenge sometimes to search for us, because you come across all sorts of things like helmets and different safety gear. There's special moves that people use their mouths for. There's all sorts of things related to it.
I love it.
You know, it's a ubiquitous term. It bends everywhere. Of course, there's the head connotation with sexual activity, which is, you know, everybody probably enjoys that as well. But it's heady music too, you know. We're always interested in telling a story that has some social commentary, you know.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
You guys could have gone with arm or leg.
pardon. You know, leg, maybe thumb. There's a great Dinosaur Jr. song called Thumb.
Appendix.
But you guys went with head.
Appendix.
And I think that's.
I like head. I mean, it is like you said though. It does bring it makes it a little bit difficult to be able to find you because like I was searching for head on YouTube, right? And I found out that I hadn't subscribed to you guys yet, and I was like, oh my god, I haven't fucking subscribed. Well, click that shit, and I've subscribed. Yeah, absolutely, man. I subscribed and I clicked the all button, so I'll get every single thing that you guys upload from here on. But when I was searching for it, I'm like, well, what do I fucking put? You know, like I put in head.
Yeah.
I put in head, and I get all the weird shit, and then I'm like, okay, search headband. You know, and then I get things like fucking headbands. You know, like
headbands, dude. Yeah, there's so many different headbands out there. Our website is Head the Band, and I've been going back and forth with some of the data scientists at Google trying to understand how to have that turn into like our knowledge panel. And, you know, they're giving me the runaround, but they're also being really helpful. It's a very broad term that covers a lot of ground, so I can understand the challenge there. But then again, we've been a band for 20 years, so I'm not interested in changing our name.
Oh, no. Yeah,
so
you're established.
Having you guys have us and other people that, you know, entertain talking to us, that really helps us. So we really appreciate people like yourselves.
Oh, for sure. I'm glad that Tony put me in contact with you guys simply because, I mean, the first music video, I'm trying to remember the name of the song that I had watched. It was like, there's like a lot of atomic explosions and stuff in it. You know what song I'm talking about?
So we put out an EP back in 2015, and there's a track on there called Kicking Skulls.
Kicking Skulls, that's it, yep.
Right, and it's the narrative structure of that is, you know, a lot of bad things were starting that year, like Russia had invaded Ukraine. There was a lot of tension going on in Ferguson with the way the police were treating the community there. So we want to make a tune about that, and then at the back end of that video, you see how life could be if people were just nice to each other, like kissing puppies, and there's a little man petting his camel. There's a little girl with a little monkey on her shoulder. So like people all over the globe just like chilling out and having a good time, and that's what we want, man. That's what we're looking for.
Right, and you know, I like the new song too, the new music video for the song, and the song itself, the world. That's kind of got like a positive attitude to it too. It's like almost like you find like you find the bad and you switch it and turn it into a positive. And I think that's an awesome thing, man. That's what I think that's what every creative talent should be doing out there.
Yeah, you can sit around and gripe and complain, and I don't find any, you know, aggregate activity from that helps anybody. You know, you could bitch all day, but like, you got to really have gratitude for the things that are good, and think about, you know, your health, your safety, the things that are working for you, and focus on that shit. Because otherwise, you're just going to go down a wormhole of just self-hate. And I always thought that, like, if we're ever going to have this world peace thing, people got to figure out how to be cool with themselves. If they're cool with themselves and they're cool with others, shit's going to be all right, dude.
Right. That's a good point. You know, I mean, really, it's like love yourself and you can love other people at that point.
Totally, man.
Yeah. That's a good
love
point.
Other people unless you love yourself, though.
Right. Yeah. That's the message there. You got to love yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you give a shit. Yeah, I mean, and you know what I always find funny is like people will like take that whole idea of like loving yourself and turn it into some sort of like you're a fucking narcissist, you know, like what the fuck?
Not healthy for them to think that, you know.
Right.
I'm sure you do love your fucking self.
You're all about yourself, you fucking narcissistic fuck. Well, it's like no, I gotta worry about number one, don't I? You know, I mean, I do gotta take care of myself.
Why are you shooting down this dude's positive message?
No, I'm not shooting down that.
You guys are great. You guys are great. No, yeah. So the album, it's kind of serendipitous how this all worked out. You know, we're working on this album and recording it all last year. I quit drinking like last August.
Congratulations, man! Awesome, good for you.
It was pretty cool, you know. Like I I had some moments where it would get a hold of me, and then other moments where it was fine and I could be social with it, whatever, like I'm cool with where I'm at. But the record was kind of a way to just break away from society for a minute and really kind of explore what was going on in the world. There's a lot of troubling shit going on, and we need some narratives and some messages out there to kind of give people some hope that, we're going to get through this together. So it's kind of like an apocalyptic love album. It's like if the world's going to end, so it fucking ends, right? But in the meantime, while it's still going on, try to have a good time. Try to enjoy yourself. Try to have some gratitude for your friends and family and whatever art you're creating. And the world's going to go on with or without us, hopefully with us. But that's the message of the album. So then the world fell apart. We were getting ready to tour. We were heading down to Austin for South by Southwest. We were going to hit Louisville, and we're going to play in Oklahoma, and we're going to play Austin, New Orleans, Memphis, Cincinnati, and head home. Just like a week-long tour. We're so excited because we hadn't toured since like 2012. And this COVID thing happened.
Right.
And we're like, well, we're probably going to have to not go on tour now. But the beauty in it is this whole album, for some weird reason, reflects what's going on right now. So I encourage everyone to take a listen because it's pretty sweet.
That's a good point, man. I like that. I mean, it's everything is up. It's up shit creek as it is. But I think that if we remain positive in some way, we're going to be able to come out of it positive. I mean, that's been one of my biggest things with sobriety is. Like I like to remain around like positive, like-minded people. And if I get into a situation where I'm with people that are just simply negative and there's nothing I can do about it, I either try to turn that into a positive, and if it's just so fucking negative, it's not going to happen. I'm just like, well, fuck you. I don't need that shit in my life. Like that's just that's a rabbit hole I'll be going down then, dwelling about it. And
yeah, you got to turn those horse blinders of indifference on. And they can be gracious, like, I don't got time for this, but have a good one. See you later. I'm on other shit. I got shit to work on, I got shit to do. I don't have time for this shit.
Yeah, and that's where them fuckers turning around. You narcissistic fuck! Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Crazy fucking people in the world.
You could absorb that, or you could just like keep doing cool shit. So I just keep doing cool shit myself.
Right. Yeah. No, that's absolutely true, man. We have Rachel Young who's tuning in right now. She's saying hello to Ben left and right. You know this lady? You know who Rachel is?
Yes. She's a filmmaker and a musician. She's awesome.
Wow,
she's
nice.
A real nice lady. She's based out of Muskegon. She's with Reverend Charles, and she's the hula hooper for the Potato Babies, man. She's an awesome hula hooper.
The Potato Babies?
Yes.
Is that a band?
Oh, dude, one of the best, just really fun rock bands in Grand Rapids. They've headlined the Festival of the Arts every year, and it's so over the top, tongue-in-cheek, crazy social commentary. Like, I don't know how he gets away with the stuff he gets away with. It's vile. It's challenging, and it's awesome. And I highly recommend you get a hold of him because he's an amazing character. She works with him. I get a hold of her too. She's an independent filmmaker here in West Michigan, and she's always working on crazy stuff. She actually, I believe, has been doing a bunch of video podcasting work and creating different characters, and she's fun to follow, man. I check her out.
Rachel Young and the Potato Babies, huh?
That's right.
I'm writing that down right now. I gotta remember that because I wanna contact them people.
Yeah, they're cool. You want to get a hold of the Reverend Charles Preston Smith.
Charles Preston Smith. All right, Dan,
That's
you got something to say?
No, I was just saying, if you're gonna message and you're someone that's badass, let us know right off the rip.
You got it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, I'm badass. And then we'll be like, oh shit, we need to pay attention to this person. I'm just joking.
So
I saw you guys. You had my buddy J-Rob on a couple weeks ago. That was pretty sweet.
We did have J-Rob on. Yeah. Dan and Mark.
He's awesome.
Dan and Mark know about them. Yeah, I'm an idiot when it comes to hip hop, but these guys down here, they know all about it.
That's sweet, man. He's great. He's been over here at the Wolf Den working with. He works with this group, this hip hop group that works with a bunch of different MCs called Bedrock. They're super, man. They're really good.
Nice.
I always love having those guys over here to jam. They're sweet.
Yeah. Small world, man. I tell you what, it's just good. It's closing in on us every day.
You guys are a good vehicle for this, man. You're giving lots of love to all the different musicians in Michigan. It's a very noble thing that you dudes do. It's cool.
Well, it's our thing. I mean, we try to we try to help others in any way. Like you talk about the sobriety and whatnot. One of my biggest things when I got sober was starting this podcast. It was like the number one thing that really helped keep me sober was
awesome
having something that I was just addicted to. That was a positive type of an addiction, as opposed to what I was doing, drinking, a half gallon of vodka a day. So
that's awesome, dude.
Yeah. I mean, these two below me, they've seen me. They see me in my worst of my worst in my life. So, but
that's not you anymore, dude. You got a TV show now. You're kicking ass.
I made it myself, but yeah.
That's right, man. You got this wild ass TV show. I love it, man.
Fun. It's wildly fun. Man.
It's wildly weird.
You know what's cool about it is that we have, not only do we have a lot of cool characters that come onto the show, but that we get to put out people's music. We get to put out. This is that platform, man, where people can get heard. When we were coming up, it was hard to get heard. There was no one that was offering us a platform to do anything. We had to go out and try to create something like that.
That's
so
right.
for us to be able to give back to the music scene for being in the music scene for so long, this is an opportunity for us to be able to stay in the music scene kind of and still show and be able to give it back a little bit.
That's right.
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
We're a couple we're failed musicians. Mr. Mark was the only one that was a real musician ever, but he's
no one's a failure, man. Everything's an opportunity.
So tell
Mr. Trump, are you there?
Oh, you want to talk to Donald real quick? I mean, we could.
Yeah, Donald comes on.
Let me see if I can contact.
I don't know who that guy is, man.
Well,
Mr. President.
We got a line into to Donald Trump via Twitter.
I didn't know anyone was manning the ship right now. I thought we were just kind of coasting, with all the other smart people. I can't acknowledge such a pile of dog shit.
Listen.
Hang on now. You talking about a pile of dog shit? Mister, I've had so many McDonald's cheeseburgers in my day, and I've never seen a dog shit like you, mister. Let me tell you that right now. You're fired.
I should have watched my language, actually. He's a toilet. I'm pretty passionate about certain things, especially when it comes to people being inconsiderate over other human beings, racist, misogynistic, egomaniacal, all the things that exemplify him. And when I post on Facebook at times, I would use foul language, and my grandmother follows me on Facebook, and I was bumming her out, man, because I was getting a little foul at times, So
Right.
I decided that I would start calling that ilk of person a toilet, and I created a website called humantoilets.com, and on it you can purchase a shirt of the evolution, the little monkey evolving into Trump, and it's pretty make America ape again,
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
Well, we've got other politicians that weigh in as well, not just Mr. Trump. We've got a array of different politicians.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that we can contact at any time. It's been Twitter has been such a blessing for us that we're able to talk to a lot of these people that otherwise
reach out and touch someone.
Oh, you want to talk about reaching out and touching someone? I mean, hold on, let me get. Oh, here he is.
Oh Christ, what did I do?
Yeah, I like to reach out and touch anybody. Yeah. Let me tell you something. I mean, you talk about reaching out and touching somebody. I mean, I'm just a
Joe.
I'm just a phone call away, my friend. Hey, yeah.
I think we just could use some better options, but I'd like to get back to that video.
Yes, let's talk about the new video, the world. Tell us about this video. Tell us about this music video. What is it all about? And it's incredibly well done too. I mean, who put this all together?
I can't take credit for that, and that's why I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the creator of that. So this guy by the name of Daniel Felicki, he's a filmmaker here in Grand Rapids. about 10 years ago, he put out this post-apocalyptic movie where these glorious warrior princesses raged a rebellion against the oligarchs in Grand Rapids in the year 30K. It's called GR30K. I highly recommend you guys checking it out. It's a fantastic movie. There's a couple other people in that movie that are dear friends of mine, Rachel Finan and Mrs. Pussycat. They're both burlesque entertainers, actresses, and they've worked in the music scene, in the theater and circus. They're great people. They're the two key characters in the video. What he had done is he had provided the whole film. I said, hey, man, can I chop something up? I got this apocalyptic love song, and I feel like your content would go well with the song. Can I have permission to use it? And he's like, hell yeah, man. Throw it out there. And hopefully it's given some homage back to that film, so people are checking it out, because it's a kick-ass movie, man. I love it. It's great. There's like great violence. There's great storytelling. There's beautiful ladies with swords in it. I mean, it's just it's an amazing movie. And it just so happened that our little song went pretty good with the footage.
Right. And the you're saying that this guy he's right down there in the Grand Rapids area, huh?
Yes, he makes great films. Google Daniel Felicki. He'd be someone to talk to as well. He's a provocative character. He's really entertaining. He's a good conversationalist. He's out of his mind. He's awesome.
Daniel Felicki. I'm gonna spell that like it sounds.
Yep. He's a Facebook homie of mine. If you look through my pals there.
Okay, Ben. Drew Bott says the Head song Therapy has been inspirational to my journey. Thank you, Ben and Head.
Nice
for that song.
Oh, cool. Drew Bott is awesome. Drew Bott is the brother of Joe Bott. Joe Bott is the bass player in Head. Joe Bott and Mike Luxford are the other members of Head. We're the three amigos. They're my best friends in the whole world. I love them with all my heart. I'm so glad to be in a band with those dudes. So yeah, thanks, Drew. Therapy is a little tune that I wrote well on my journey to getting myself straight. And some of the challenges I was having in that time were with my wife, and I wanted to write her a song to remind her how much I love her. And that was a little tune that I wrote for her. Head usually is kind of like grip it and rip it, kind of skate punk stuff. And that tune's definitely a ballad. It's really weird for Head, but it's loud still and it rocks. I used to cry a lot when I'd listen to it, but I don't cry anymore about it. I kind of smile, and I'm glad I'm not in the spot I was in when I was crying about it.
Right. Yeah. That's one thing that's cool about music is you can go back. There's some songs from Becoming Human that when I was going through my divorce, actually, I was just playing on repeat and just sitting there, sulking in my own fucking pity. And I go back on it now and I listen to it. I'm like, man, this fucking song's rocking, dude. I love this song. Why was I in such I was in such a shitty place at the time, but man, I like this.
Right.
This is good. Well, cool, Ben. Thank you so much for chatting with us tonight, man, and taking a few minutes. We're going to play your song, The World, and then actually we're going to play Kicking Skulls after that, if you don't mind. We're going to play that song, too. Let's get back to that.
That would be fantastic. And you have videos of both of those?
I got videos of both of them. Yep, I got The World, and I got Kicking Skulls all loaded up and ready to roll, man.
I love it. Thank you guys so much. You could all the people out there in internet TV world, rock and roll friendship land, you can go out on the internet on headtheband.com and get one of these kick-ass Friendship to the Max shirts. They're pretty sweet.
I like that.
And you can get our CD there, and then you could search for us on Spotify, YouTube Music. We're on all those platforms. I recommend when you're searching for us, searching for Head Kicking Skulls. I'm still working on Head the World. For some reason, it keeps pulling up some Michael Jackson song, and I don't mind Michael Jackson or his tunes. I prefer Baby Mike to Old Mike, but we all got our preferences. But yeah,
I don't know.
That's where I'm at, dudes.
Talking about Michael Jackson, and I like Baby Mike more than.
Well, he was innocent when he was Baby Mike. He was a kinder, gentler version of himself.
I know.
Maybe when he. when he recycles through the universal stardust, he'll come back as Baby Mike again, and then we can level set and be all right.
I just think it's so funny. For some reason, I mean, just the terminology of Michael Jackson and then adding, I like Baby Mike. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Yeah. Dude, he could have been doing all the fucking McDonald's commercials. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Totally.
ABC's at 1, 2,
Man.
3. Well, cool, man. Thank you, Ben, for chatting with us, man. We're going to play your music right now, and then coming up after that, we are going to be playing some music from Vase, another band out of the Lansing area. So I hope that you
awesome.
Yeah, have you met them yet? You got to check those guys out, dude.
No, I'm going to have to check those dudes out, man. I'll reach out to them, see what's going on. Maybe we can do some rock and roll together when the world gets all healed up and ready for rock and roll again.
Absolutely. All right, Ben. Well, take care, bro, and we'll talk to you a little bit more between now and then, man.
Thanks, gentlemen. Appreciate the friendship on the worldwide internet web.
I love it, man. We'll see you, bro.
Later.
All right, everybody. There you go. That was the man right there. That was Ben Hunter from the band Head, and we are going to play their music video right now. Make sure that you go and subscribe to them from the link in the description down below too. Do not miss their subscription. Please help them out in any way. Mr. Marcus, anything you got to say down there, buddy?
Chilling, man.
Mark just hangs out, like he just
Well, like, I mean, I'm part of the family.
Absolutely.
I know this, and I hang out, but for the most part, when there's an interview going on, it's like if all three of us are chiming in, it sometimes is, I don't want to talk. So I sit back and I become a listener, and I just kind of hang out.
It's my fault because I'm always chiming in, and but Nate could lead it and say, Mark, what do you got to say? And then you have your time.
You know what? We're gonna work on that.
And are you guys familiar with Head from like back in the day?
No, are you?
Yeah.
Well,
and
fuck.
I was, but
oh wait, we were like all got friends together. I remember that now. Wait a minute, didn't they? They had some affiliation up here.
I was trying to think of what the soundtrack was. There was like an Ice Cube and Ice-T movie. I think Trespass. It might not have been, but there was where there was a lot of metal and rap collaborations. And had I been on point, I got a piece on vinyl in the crates.
No shit.
And I would have dug it out. But I also didn't want to insult anybody if it was like if I had the wrong band.
Oh no.
Altogether, you know what I mean? But I thought
it
was either House of Pain.
I remember
Head
that they had some sort of connection with Lake Effects and all this shit back in the day, dude. Like I'm trying to remember the last time that we had chatted with Ben, he was talking about that.
Oh really?
Yeah, I remember that.
All right.
Like he was talking about there was some little hip hop group that was up in northern Michigan and they called themselves Lake Effects or something like that, and I was like, wait a minute.
Oh wow. I didn't well, I mean, Grand Rapids is the closest like major town.
Right.
Right. It's a city, but it's not a big city, but so like that's where we would frequently be to try to get exposure.
Right. Well, fuck yeah, brothers. Let's you want to see this music video now?
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody else does too. Okay, here you go. We're going to check out this music video and then Kicking Skulls, and then we're chatting with JT Jasinski from the band Vase.
The world.
Channel
Yeah, buddy. There you go. There's head song right there, Kicking Skulls. We were talking about that. Oh, let me kill this audio right there. Yeah, Kicking Skulls. And before that, you saw The World and a couple of positive messages, really, I think. I mean, in that entire set of songs that we just played, those two songs, get your shit together and do it right, man. Don't be a dick. Damn.
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
They have a positive message, and we have one too. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. Take that to school with you, kids. All right. So right now, what we are going to do, we are going to contact JT Jasinski of the band. As Mark said, I guess I said it wrong. Vaz? Is that the correct way to say it, Mark? Is it Vaz?
That's the classy way to say it.
It's a classy way to say it. We're going to find out because that seems to be the theme tonight. Is we're trying to find out what these bands' names are all about. So, yeah, that's the way it goes, brother. Contacting JT right now. He is going to be on with us in just a second. I told him 5 minutes. Brother. It's going to be about 5 minutes, and we're going to be calling you. And he's
I
on.
noticed, you're not wearing a mask tonight.
Me? I never wear a mask. Oh, well, no, I wear a mask when I go out in public and whatnot, but I haven't worn a mask tonight, no. JT Jasinski on with us right here. He's got a picture of Iggy Pop behind him. JT, what's happening, man?
Hey, guys, how's it going?
What's going on, brother?
Thanks for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
For sure, man. Now, JT, you are the guitarist, correct, for the band? Yeah. And is it pronounced Vase or Vols?
We say vase, but obviously the word can be said both ways. We kind of like the darker connotation of vase. So we go vase.
You gotta say it like this when you do it, too. Don't drop the vase.
Band vase.
Vase. Is Iggy Pop a big inspiration in your life?
Iggy Pop is a huge inspiration for us, especially in his first band out of Ann Arbor, the Stooges.
Yes, yeah. Iggy Pop and the Stooges.
We're huge Stooges fans. Nice. Their guitar player, Ron Ashton, I actually used his signature model guitar that he made with Reverend before he passed away 10 years ago. So that's a big one for us right there.
You know what? I'm not going to shit you because you're my favorite turd. I will tell you this right now. That when I was a kid, I thought that Iggy Pop was Khan off of Star Trek.
Interesting. I could definitely see that. I could see that for sure. I'm a big sci-fi freak, so all those classic movies and shows I'm all about.
Yeah, when I was a kid growing up, I saw that and I was like, oh, and then I saw Iggy Pop and I was like, wow, that guy plays music too, like he wasn't just he wasn't sitting there battling Captain Kirk. He actually was, he was.
Robert Taser met Iggy Pop.
Yeah, Robert Taser from the Oscoda Rock Fest tuning in tonight. That's a guy that you guys got to get in contact with, man, because the Oscoda Rock Fest, that's a big gig that happens every year up in Oscoda there, raising money for a good cause, helping out the veterans of Northern Michigan, man. So. Keep that name in mind when you watch this video back, dude.
Nice.
Awesome.
Definitely will keep tabs on that.
So how's everything been going for you during the coronavirus? What have you been doing? How's life been for you and the band?
It's been pretty good. Obviously, it's tough not being able to see him very much, if at all. We have gotten together a couple times, 6 feet apart. We're pretty close, so we were able to jam a little bit, but it's very, very subtle. Just once in a blue moon, but other than that, we've just been tinkering with some old songs. Before the virus came along, we had an EP in the works. It was going to be our debut collection of songs. We were working with Tim Padalon from Sponge at his home studio, The Loft. But so that kind of sucked that the virus came along when it did. But it's been good to be able to look at those 6 or 7 songs that we plan on putting on the EP and really honing in on exactly the small things and what we want to do when we're in studio, because it was our first time in studio. It's a lot different playing live compared to actually being in the studio and trying to lay your songs down. It's a completely different vibe, and we're very much a punk grunge band.
Okay.
So a lot of our shows, each song kind of sounds different. I guess that's the cool thing. But when you're in a studio, you can, I guess you can get lucky, but at the same time, you're trying to get demos down repetitively. So when you go for that final take, you can get it spot on.
Well, and then not only that, you want to get it spot on because you're paying some fucking cha-ching, you know. I mean, you want to
Mhm.
you want to get in and out of that son of a bitch as fast as possible.
Exactly. That's the big thing. We're going in there first time not knowing what to do. So we, obviously Tim and his assistant, who we know really well, Grayson, he's been in some other local bands. He's our age, young 20s, but we go in there and we're just, we get to work, and just the whole process it's a really long process. And I guess before we headed in there, we had no idea that it would be that long, but the longer the better, as long as you have the cash, like you said.
Yeah, that's the number one thing. I mean, I remember back in the day when I was in a band, dude. I mean, if we could have sat there for another 10 hours per song, the songs would have been fucking phenomenal, But it was like, damn, man, we're fucking paying $50 an hour here for this shit, And we're just recording right now. The guy hasn't produced it yet, So it's like, geez, the fucking the cost just keeps on going up. Dan, you got any questions for JT there, bud?
No, I guess you're giving us a little of your background, some of your inspirations, Iggy Pop, and that's really cool, man. And like you said, grunge and stuff like that. So I'm just thinking, because we've been talking about this and it's been going around a little bit, and I've talked about like the grunge era and all these other eras that have happened. But right now you're living in the Corona era, and the music that's going to come out of this time that people are spending, I think is going to be phenomenal. And it's been a trend with all the bands that we've talked to. They're like, yes, we're making some really cool, like I'm writing some stuff alone.
Right.
Everyone seems to be working on material. And is there anything new that you think you're going to be bringing after this Corona jam, like that you're going to be able to bring to, there's the generation of the Corona, or whatever I was calling it earlier.
Yeah, that's the question.
No, I definitely hear what you're saying there. Before, like I said, with the 6 songs we had out, our grunge sound is very, very basic. A lot of power chords. It's all about being catchy, kind of like Nirvana, but it's very simple stuff. And I guess now that we've been isolated, and instead of us practicing to play shows, we've had the chance to practice to jam a bit. And our bass player Darian, he's a really big jam rock fan, acid rock, late 60s type stuff that some of us aren't as familiar with, but we're still fans of. Some pretty obscure stuff like the 13th Floor Elevators, obviously early Black Sabbath, MC5, another Michigan band with the Stooges. But some of those artists that were right at the beginning of that psychedelic acid rock phase have been influencing some of the jams we've been doing. So it definitely is bringing on more of a Woodstock, gone 70s type vibe, where it's gotten really dark, but really bluesy and really jammy. And it's a lot less based around, getting a song down tight in the way where jamming could be a way we're going to write in the future, which is more us coming together as a group with an open mind, with a clean slate, and just working out, like we're playing an E chord, and then we just kind of jam around that, or then we'll go to an A, or we'll play a little blues lick, and stuff like that has really been not only helping us become better musicians, but I definitely could see it inspiring us once this is all over and we can come together in a formal setting.
Now, how did the band come about? Like, how did you guys become a band? I would love to know this, because you guys are you going to college in MSU? Is that how you guys kind of met, or how did this occur?
I just graduated from Michigan State. Right. Yeah.
Oh, so, wait! You graduated during the coronavirus.
I know, it's the craziest thing to be able to look back that when I'm later in life and say, yeah, I wasn't able to walk across the stage. I was able to watch on my laptop.
Really? Yeah. Good.
It's ironic.
Think about it. You have kids or something like later on down the line. Are you planning on having any kids? You got a girlfriend? You thinking about having kids?
I do have a girlfriend, but I'm not sure about that. It's a
All
little
right. Well,
early.
anyways, we're gonna be. I mean, when you do end up having kids, because you're gonna end up having kids. I mean, Dan and I don't think that we planned when we were your age that we were gonna have. Wait a minute, we already had
girlfriends too.
We already had kids at that age, didn't we, Dan? We were.
When I was 25, I had a kid.
But you'll be able to go back and you'll be able to be like, yeah, when I was your age, I fucking couldn't even walk across the stage when I was graduating college. I had it tough. It was back in the days of Corona. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was so tragic. There was people dying left and right. 36,000 people infected and 12 dead. It was wild. You know, no, there's like 3,000 people that have died so far in Michigan. But I mean, that's I feel bad for all of them. You know, but anyways, let's get back to the band. I just started to go off into a tangent. Dan has a dog.
Yeah, I have a dog.
Dan has
I have a rat terrier.
Nice. Oh, there he is.
You see the little puppy there? Yeah, that's Dan's puppy.
What's its name?
What's his name?
Scout.
Scout.
I like to call him Little Asshole because he'll bark sometimes while we're doing the show, and fuck, that thing is so loud.
Oh, I can imagine, especially with headphones on.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. So,
yeah,
like gigs that you guys got coming up. Do you have any gigs that are lined up after the whole coronavirus is done and over with? Do you guys got somewhere to go and play out as soon as this is lifted?
We do have a couple way down the line. I guess like thinking more towards fall, since the whole summer thing, it's kind of up in the air. But we have a gig in September with a band called Loud Thoughts. They're actually pretty close with the guys from Greta Van Fleet. They're from Frankenmuth. So nice. They have a little festival in Frankenmuth at a place called Fisher Hall, where the Greta Van Fleet boys got big, and they wanted us on the bill with them. So that'll be September 6th, I believe. And then we have a gig actually on the other side of the country, down south in South Carolina, at Clemson, the college. We're playing with a couple bands. There's a band called 7 Year Witch that is kind of making waves in the South. And then there's another band called Lovely World. They've just released some stuff, and their manager is Vicky Hamilton. And if you look her up, she signed Poison and Guns N' Roses and Motley Crue back in the day.
Wow.
And Lovely World's kind of her new project. So that'll be a big gig for us, just to get, out of state. We've only been out of state once. But, we're just going on making a little weekend out of it. And it's going to be a pretty cool gig. So those are probably the two that we're looking forward to, and really hoping the virus can ease up by the time they come along.
Right. Yeah, for sure, man. Now, the music video that we were going to play. What? The Corona era. Yeah, the Corona era.
Corona era.
Yep. It's
2020 Corona.
2020 Corona. Yeah, it's man. It's such a pain in the ass, I mean, I don't know. It really fucking is. The coronavirus has just put such a damper on everything, Like, I mean, I see you're sitting there with your guitar. Have you been just are you jamming and like singing your own songs too, or what how does that work?
When we write, I kind of will come up with a little bit. I'll come up with a little guitar part, a lot of the basic things. My cousin, who actually co-founded the band with me, Drew, he will also come up with some parts, but then I come up with a vocal melody with lyrics that I kind of ad-lib, and then our singer, Christian, will come up with the final lyrics, and he'll make little tinker changes to the melody. So I've been doing a little bit of that, just trying to write some things that are kind of in the vein of what our EP would sound like, a lot of grunge, not as jammy when we're together, because I'm very much a stripped down guitarist, but I play a little bit around. I'm just trying to keep my hands and my fingers loose.
I like finding out that you are kind of like the heart, in a sense, of the band. Then, I mean, you're coming up with the sound of what it's going to be sounding like and whatnot. Is that a lot of pressure on you?
It's a little bit, but I think just for the love of music that I have, writing the skeletal of the song. It's kind of the easy part in a way. I think guys like our drummer Elijah and Darian, and even Christian, because they have more room in a whole creative landscape that they can do with the songs. So I think it's just a team component. We all chip in equally, and we all help make the song what it is. I think that's really vital, especially for a 5-piece band. You know, you want everybody to have the same involvement. You know, it's not a 3-piece where, you know, like in Nirvana's case, Kurt was kind of the guy behind it. But with so many different instruments, 2 guitars especially, you want both parts to be a little bit different.
Right. Well, you know what? The song that we're going to be playing for everybody here. Do you have a background to this? Is it called "The Right"? Am I correct on that? That's the name of the song. Is "The Right"? What is this song all about? Tell us what this is all about and where you played it and everything, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, we played the song at the Maidstone Theater in Ypsilanti. We're out of Brighton, so that one wasn't too far away. We do play a bit around, but so it's at the Maidstone. And in terms of the lyrics of the song, it's up for interpretation. It's a very angsty tune. And in terms of the writing component, like I said, we all chip in pretty equally. So for this one, Drew, my cousin, was the one that came up with the main guitar riff, and I kind of helped compose it, put in like a little bit of a chorus and a pre-chorus in a way to help complete it. But it's a pretty basic song. It's kind of 2 halves that are very similar, which is kind of similar to another song we have that you'll hear when the EP's out. But that's kind of the background behind it.
Nice. And now you're talking about the EP. Who is recording this for you? Where is this song being recorded at?
This is going to be recorded at The Loft in Saline, just a little bit south of Ann Arbor, by Tim Padalon, who's currently Sponge's bassist.
Oh, okay.
And he actually engineered and produced their debut gold record, Wax Ecstatic.
And what about music videos? Are we gonna be getting like a fully produced music video from you guys anytime soon?
Yeah, we had one in the works. We were planning on, when the EP, before the virus hit, we were planning on a midsummer release for that. And we were going to record a music video for our song Fired and Free with a guy named Eugene Wilson out of Detroit. But now that the virus has hit, we're not able to go out and film that.
Right.
But when we get back in the studio, then we'll get to work on that music video. So hopefully we'll have this stuff out. I would like to hope by the end of 2020, but that's very up in the air at this point.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I've seen some bands. Actually, we had a band on last week, North 131, who they've been producing music videos during this, and they're actually like, there'll be one guy at his home playing his part, and then the other guy is at his home playing his part, and then they just kind of combine it all with a music video. You know, they got the music already recorded, so they got everything ready to go, you know, and then they produce it. That could be an idea. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there, seeing if it sticks on the wall. But I mean,
that is a good idea. I've seen a couple of those, and I do like that, because when you just know when you look back on this in 30 years,
right?
You know, when you filmed a music video like that, it's like a point in time. Like, I'd imagine, I guess when Kennedy died or whatever, if you know, video cameras were widely going around in those days, it'd be interesting to watch a video of somebody's reaction, you know, in the hours just beyond that. And so I guess the coronavirus music video thing could be like a little time capsule, which I do think is a really cool idea.
I think that's such a cool thing that you just said, like reaction videos from the Kennedy assassination. Like, what would...
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a big history buff. So those types of things, you know, I actually saw on YouTube like a month ago, there's just some videos that are being recommended in my feed, like walking around at high school in 1993. And, you know, all these people are watching it just because it's like, you know, it's so authentic. They're not doing it to put on a face. They're just kind of walking around in an era that didn't have a lot of video cameras, at least not, you know, people that weren't working in that field.
Well,
so it's really interesting to think about that.
I gotta tell you, back then, Dan and I, Dan, we had video cameras. Like, we were those geeks that people would look at, like, what the fuck do you got your video camera out for? You know, like making stupid ass videos. Oh yeah, dude, we would make some of the stupidest shit. Fuck, Dan, you want to hear?
Skate videos.
Yeah.
Oh, skate videos.
Skate videos.
Those are the best.
Dan, I was talking to my girlfriend and her kids the other day on the way home. from downstate actually, and I told him about. Do you remember fart tapes, Dan? Did you ever record a fart tape?
What are you talking about?
Like fart tapes, like where you would sit there and you'd squat over your Casio stereo and record a fart, like that.
Yeah.
You did those? Did you make those? I'm not alone, right?
Who didn't make that?
No, dude, that was I gotta. Well, we gotta ask this guy right here. He's a little bit younger. You made a fart tape yet?
I have not, but I have. When I was younger, I used to love going to like Chuck E. Cheese's or whatever and winning the whoopee cushions. I would just make my year playing pranks on those.
Mark, did you make a fart tape? Mark was just there and he just left. Mark, did you ever?
Look, I have to admit,
No.
I haven't made full.
No, I did not make fart tapes.
You know what? Hold on. I think that this needs to go somewhere because I never made a whole fart tape or anything. But who hasn't recorded themselves farting?
Motherfucker, I had
record a fart.
I had 45 minutes of farts. Okay, remember the 45-minute long tapes, like the ones that were like super long, right? Well, okay. What I would do was I would sit there and I would fart. Okay, on my tape player.
Press record, fart, press stop.
No, don't push stop because then you get that click click sound. You don't want that click click sound. So what I would do is I'd hit the pause button, and then I would come back to it like I got another fart coming. So I'd run back to my bedroom. I'd squat over that son of a bitch, hit pause, fart, and hit pause. Right. And dude, this turned into a 45-minute long non-stop fart. Like it was.
You are an imbecile.
I didn't have a lot of friends. I mean, there was.
Yeah, I can see why.
Tell me that you never sat there and went, oh, and recorded a fart.
Yeah. Come on, Mark. Yes, you have. See, he can't even say it because he knows it's true.
No. I've made other kinds of tapes, bro.
Dude,
all right.
You had to have made a fart tape. We're gonna find that fart tape someday. We're gonna fucking
a couple sex tapes, but
yeah. Okay, so you'll make sex tapes, but you're not gonna make a fucking fart tape. Like what kind of a human being are you? I mean, jeez, I look down on you.
That doesn't really make sense because if you made a fart tape, you probably wouldn't have never got to make the sex tape.
Yeah, you had to have had the fart tape to get yourself up to the point that you're making a sex tape. I mean, you gotta be that comfortable with yourself.
Hey, you know what? I have been making like snore tapes.
Snore tapes,
like,
some ASMR.
Yeah. So I just like I turn on voice memos whenever my wife's like. Record all of it.
Record
She
that
thinks
shit.
She doesn't. She needs to
that's
know.
the stuff that you need to put out there on the internet right there.
Yeah, she thinks her farts don't smell either, man. If I could catch her farting at night too.
Start fucking recording all that shit, dude. There you go. You got a gold mine laying right next to you every single day.
We're giving you some good ideas.
Yeah.
To our guest here.
Yeah. Are these some good ideas? You're gonna incorporate farts and snoring into your next song.
We might, and funny enough, a couple of days ago, I was snoring and I was sleeping past when my girlfriend was sleeping, and she got out her phone and recorded on Snapchat, and sure enough, I wake up to a snap of me snoring. So the timing couldn't have been better on that one. Knowing we were going to talk about this, I guess it was planned.
Yeah, we chatted with her before this whole thing, so just so you know. I mean, when it goes down, you just be like, aha, yeah, I know what's going on here.
I know, sneaky.
Yeah. Well, we want to play this music. We want to play this music video for everybody, man, and we also want to remind all of our viewers and everybody that's been tuning in tonight to go and subscribe to Voz. So go and subscribe to Voz from the link in the description down below. We got a link that'll take you directly to their fucking channel, just like right there. You'll be on their channel. So go and check out their channel. Watch their music videos. They are going to be creating a professionally produced music video and all that stuff. Right now, you guys got a lot of live videos on there, correct? That's mainly what it is.
Yep, we do have a couple live videos, and if anybody wants to hear, we have a couple demos that we can email them.
Nice.
So if anybody's of interest, we can do that as well.
Sweet, man. I mean, shit, if anything, you know what I would say is down in that area, they got the Z93. You heard Z93 before down there?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, contact Z93 because they do have like a local. They have a local session every Sunday night. I think they're trying to compete with us, but they have this local session every single night, Sunday night. That they play, all local music. I know our buddies Heart of Jordan have been on there. We've had, a lot of the bands that we've featured have been on there. That's why I think that they're fucking competing with us because it's like, wait a second, I've had all of those bands on, and now you guys come out of nowhere and you're doing the same thing, on the same night.
Is allowed to have those bands on, Nate.
Oh, it's on the same night. There's 6 other days that they could do it.
I know.
It's on the exact same night. So, but contact Z93 and send them those demos. I think that would be a great idea. I mean, get your music heard during this coronavirus thing, man.
Sure, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
we'll be doing that, and we'll probably be on next Sunday competing with you guys. So we'll see how we do.
Awesome.
No,
Well, thank you so much, JT. JT Jasinski right here, everybody, from the band Vaz, coming out of the Lansing, Michigan area. I started saying that like our buddy, fucking, what's her name?
You almost said it like you say Detroit.
I almost said it like Detroit. Yeah, I almost said Detroit there. No,
Thanks. Thanks for having me. Sorry, I cut you off there.
No problem at all. We do have a message from the governor. I love the band Vaz. Just so you know, I'm down here too in Lansing right now. I'm having a beer, having a brewski. So guys can come on by anytime. Come by the Capitol, and I'll crack one with you on the steps. How's that sound, there, buddy?
Thank you, Governor Whitmer. We'd maybe when this is all over. Can't say for sure right now.
All right. Well, thank you, JT. You guys have a good evening, and we will talk to you a little bit more between now and then, man.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
See ya. Have a good night.
You too.
All right, there you go, everybody. There's JT Jasinski, Z93 Michigan Made. Yes, that's what Robert Taser is filling us in. Michigan Made is the name of the radio broadcast, though. They do the radio thing. They're trying to pull people away from YouTube. That's what they're doing. That's what's going on.
This YouTube thing's going crazy. Everyone can't leave it alone. Maybe they can just get some radio for a second.
I love YouTube. I like YouTube a lot more than radio. I get to see the people. I get to see the artists.
I know that, but give them it's like they're AM now. They're AM radio.
Right. Yeah. FM is the new AM. Well, man.
So give them a chance, man. Come
That's
on.
right.
Just don't be a total dick.
Well, we are going to play the song "The Right" from Vaz right now, coming out of the Lansing area. Like I said before, please go down in the description below, hit subscribe on their channel. Click on their channel and then hit subscribe. We get the link down below in the description, so go check them out. And after that, we're going to come back here. We're going to close out the show and give you a little preview of next week because we have. Dan, you were talking to somebody off the air, right? Some bee lady, Rachel.
I'm still waiting for her to hit me back. So.
Okay, all right. Well, we may not have a preview for you, or we may. I don't know.
Well, that's this girl. She was originally from Michigan. She's a Traverse City native. Her name is Rachel B, and she lives out in
Pittsburgh.
I don't want to say Pittsburgh.
Yep.
She lives in Pittsburgh now.
Yep.
She's putting out some music. So we're going to see if we can contact with her and put out the video. It's really awesome. My buddy Jesse McClure turned me on to her. He was like, dude, you got to have her on the show. So
cool.
Waiting to hear back.
Cool.
I like it. I like their music a lot. You shared it with us.
Her music's good, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is actually. I watched that music video. I subscribed to her already. So, all right, let's play this music video. Come back and close everything out, and we may even get to hear what Coke Hogan's been up to.
We travel a little bit ways to get here, brought some music. First one's called The Ride. Here we go.
Okay, brother. Brother, today I'm gonna demonstrate the power of coke, dude. I'm gonna go out in the public, brother, where I know people got the coronavirus, dude. And I'm gonna get myself in the way of that coronavirus, dude, just so I can prove to you guys that coke can handle anything, dude. There's not a virus on this planet that can stop the power of coke, dude. And I'm gonna show you today, brother. Oh, yeah! Ah! All right, brother. Keep your eyes peeled for anyone that looks sick, dude. Check it out. There's a guy right there, bro. Come on.
Weeks later.
You know what I'm saying, dude? Go work, bro. Go work, bro. Come, brother. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, brother. So we get down to coke, brother. Before I found coke,
Cokester, brother.
That guy, man.
Oh,
he
man,
has
man, man.
put himself in hell's in the way of danger.
Got to be
Many
careful
times.
out there, my friends. You got to be wearing a mask, actually. Mr. Marcus just showed me this photo. He just showed me this picture right here, which is absolutely true. I don't know if you guys can see this properly or not, but...
Nah, it's too exposed,
yeah,
too
it's
bright.
a little bit too bright, but yeah, it's... says it's a good point that everybody should be following here is use caution. Use caution during the coronavirus, because this is not the time to fall in love. That is, I've been thinking that too. Like, you ever look at somebody when they got their mask on and you're like, wow, this person doesn't look that bad, you know?
You gotta go for the kind eyes, man. Always.
Yeah.
The rest of that stuff's just cosmetic.
Yeah, and and then I'm just like,
Kind
wondering,
eyes you can't fake. So I mean,
wonder-
it is the time to fall in love.
I wonder what would happen, you know? Like
It's always the time to fall in love, fellas.
it is always the time to fall in
Listen,
love.
it's always a good time to also mute your mic if you have the show playing in the background before you go on break and you hear us talking over.
What do you mean? What was happening? Was there...
unless it was just my feed here through you know how you have us on a separate feed and then we have the show playing through.
Right.
But
Yeah,
I didn't double check it, and I don't know if you guys stepped out and took a break during it, but yeah, his video started and you could hear us still talking about the friend. Is that Rachel B?
Oh, were you? I didn't. No, I don't think that any of that. You let us know, everybody, if you heard anything that Mark and Dan were talking about, because I didn't.
If what I'm saying is even making sense,
I didn't hear
sounded
any of
like
that.
we were just like talking through their video.
I didn't hear any of that. No, I don't believe that happened. So I want to thank we got Head who's actually watching the show tonight. Thank you so much, Ben Hunter, and also Andy from the band Manascapes, as well as we just got done talking to him, JT Jasinski from the band Vols coming out of the Lansing, Michigan area. Some Michigan State bands right there, man. And Mr. Marcus, do you have anything else that you would like to say tonight before we scootaloo off of
No, I just hope everything's working out for everybody and that they're getting the things done that they would hope to get done during this lockdown.
Yeah.
But,
oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Another thing too is if anybody's looking for a job out there, Britain is hiring right now, so you can come and get yourself a job at Britain, sewing doctor's gowns. Yeah. That's what I've been doing.
If you're local
essential
to
as
Traverse,
fuck.
What's that, Dan?
If you're local to the northern Michigan area,
Yeah. If you're not.
a lot of our listeners aren't local to the area.
Man, we always crash and burn come 9 o'clock. Like, oh hey,
what are we doing?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep the energy up via like face chat too. I have a hard time doing this. I'm like not getting closer to the.
Yeah, it's so much better when we're in the studio, and then once the show gets done, Dan's just like, boom, gotta get out of there, and I get to clean everything up. I mean, I don't gotta do any of that here, dude. It's like, It's so different. I gotta
I clean
have
up
that.
my mess.
I gotta have that so that I can keep on, keep that energy
I always
going.
clean my mess.
Mark?
Not true. Not fucking true at all. Every single Sunday. 9 p.m. All right, guys. Yeah, I gotta go, man. Leah's waiting for me.
Yep. My lady's out there right now. See you guys. I gotta go.
All right, hi, man. I mean, we all put what we put into the show, and you give a solid co-host effort.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he does a great job.
I mean, he's
Quitting time.
excellent at asking questions and then answering it for the guest.
Exactly.
That's my favorite Danism, but
It works. It works.
It does absolutely. No, it's the chemistry is there.
So I was just curious. What do you think about this? Well, here's what I think. So.
First of all, let's just start it with what I think about this.
Yeah. That's
you know what? That's the beauty of our show. It's really organic. I'm just a regular guy. I'm not trained to do any interviews with anybody. I ask bullshit questions, but they're important to me. Okay?
You do a good job at it, though.
I hope they're important to everybody else too.
Absolutely.
And if you guys don't like the questions that we ask either, then there's always. You can get on here and you can get on the chat and you guys can ask questions.
Yeah.
Like we're watching the chat, and Head says thanks again for having us on the show. Awesome. We watch. You guys have a question? Ask a question, man.
Right.
We'll ask it for you.
Yep, we'll ask it for you.
The only ones asking questions here.
That's how Mickey and Damien found out that the Manascapes they are going to be using the confetti. So ask a question and then we'll ask it for you. We'll reiterate it for you.
Asked and answered.
That's right. Ask and ye shall receive. All right. Well, we're going to close out the show with.
I got my lady waiting for me.
Dan's got to go. We're going to close out the show real quickly with this song that I've been playing lately for as the song to close the show out, the Church of the Rock show. Remember that song?
Yes.
B. Davis. B. Davis is singing on this one, man. I like
Brandon 2.0.
Yeah, we got to get B. Davis back on the podcast.
Dude, he's busy. He's busy with the memes, bro. He doesn't.
That's true. Yeah, he doesn't have no time for anything else. Oh, Mark just got stuck in pause land. Oh shit! Look at that angry face. Look at him down there. Hey, let's try to make that face. Mark. Hey. My name's Mark Wilson. And he can't even say anything back right now. This is the best part, is he can't even say anything back.
Can you mimic the face better? I'm trying. He's looking down. He's like,
hey. Yeah, I'm trying to get the lips.
I'm not a good face mimicker.
Oh, we're assholes. All right, we got to go because my head's starting to see through to the back. So, yeah.
It's past time.
It's past time. Have a good night, everybody. We will be back next Sunday, 7 till 9 p.m. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And subscribe to all the Mark is completely closed off. Subscribe to all the channels that we have featured tonight, please. Here you go.
I'm coming.
Take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia.
Somebody give this man money.
Mountain Mama. Take me home.
Religion and sin will get you into heaven. Now turn the speakers up to 11. My music, your weapon. My march, baby, your stairway to heaven. God's greatest gift to you is the ability to jump. My Lord, I fly. You gotta put your paradigm all the way down past the metal and into the ground. rounds of fun you need a shopping just to get it out. Go now, go wild, go and get loud with your bad self. But you're going to hell. Put your pedal down, all the way down past the metal and into the rounds of fun you need a shovel just to get it out. Go now, go wild, go and get loud with your bad self. But you're going to hell. I belong to the church of the rock show. I belong to the church of the rock show. And if you've never been a cool rock, you gotta be good. My music, your weapon. My mosh pit, your stairway to heaven. God's goodness giving you the ability to jump. My lower every time. My music, your weapon. My mosh pit, your stairway to heaven. God's goodness giving you the ability to jump. My lower every time. Never let anyone tell me what I couldn't do. That shit won't matter anymore when they rapture you. Feel the bass drum kicking, man, I'm over the hill. Everybody fucking jump, the beat comes from. Naturally, I have to be the one to overcome it. Just stomach all of this music that's sucking the fucking brains me up. Silly the song people nothing. That's the enemy. Everyone that knows it's for. When the time comes, we stand together like soldiers in the mosh pit. Jump around, slamming the shit. Church of rock, man. We don't need your hope as a moment. All we need is a little bit of happiness for a shot. My music, your weapon. My mosh pit, your stairway to heaven. God's goodness giving you the ability to jump. My lower right side. This production. I've been told the afterlife gets hate, so you may wanna pray for this crazy group of people go insane. The only thing they want is one more to get it on. That they can't find. So I'm sorry to promise to be heard. I'm addicted to the word, all the pain, although it hurts. This was for the girls all around the world who never feel the shame for the concession. I belong to the church of the rock show. I belong to the church of the rock show. And if you've never been a cool, you can let me go. My music's your weapon. My mosh pit, your stairway to heaven. God's goodness giving you the ability to jump. My lower every side. My music's your weapon. My mosh pit, your stairway to heaven. God's goodness giving you the ability to jump. My lower every side.
You had a moment to talk about the gods of fucking rock and roll. Just kidding.
I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. Play guitar. All I wanna know is